This is important news. Homeowners in these select states now qualify for a new inflation relief check. Many Americans are being urged to take action and apply as soon as possible in order to receive this payment. As much as $1,400 or more can be claimed. My dear friends, I'll be sharing with you what you need to know. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Dr. Berman, in your testimony, you mentioned that the 23% sales tax rate proposed by the Fair Tax Act is too good to be true. Why is that?
A couple of reasons. One is that it's represented differently from other sales taxes. It would actually add 30% to the price of a good at the register. I talked about how there were just some conceptual errors in the way the math was done that assumes basically you're going to have a big tax on all the state and local governments and the federal government unless they're prepared to reduce their spending by something like 30%, they would need additional revenues or to be exempt from the tax. It assumes that there's no tax evasion. That's not true in any sales tax, and this isn't a particularly well-designed one. And it also assumes an impossibly broad tax base, much broader than in any of the states. Everything, every new purchase would be subject to tax.
So let's work through an example. On an ordinary transaction, say you go to the store, you buy something that's $100, and so how much tax would I owe on that transaction? Wouldn't I just owe $23 since it's a 23% tax on this product following the approach of states that impose the sales tax?
The 23% rate would imply that there'd be $30 added to the price.
Which is not how most people think of a sales tax today.
Not the way people think of sales taxes.
And so there's this big difference in terms of this tax exclusive rate as opposed to what the tax rate is that most people think about.
Yes.
I also wanted to follow up on an earlier conversation. Mr. Hayes suggested that the fair tax is airtight. You go to Walmart, you buy something, you're subject to the tax and the 30% tax, I guess, versus the 23% tax. But is really that simple? Are there other compliance issues that we should be concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, every state has issues with compliance with their sales taxes. People go to other places and buy things and then don't report the tax when they come into the state. I remember there's a liquor store in New Hampshire, right when you cross the border from Massachusetts. Liquor's not taxed in New Hampshire, and it is in Massachusetts. You're supposed to pay the tax when you come back into the state, but chances are most people didn't do that. Compliance with use taxes is really, really low. There are lots of ways to avoid a retail sales tax. Unlike a value-added tax, which Alan Viard talked about, this one's collected all at the cash register, all at the final retail level. So if the retailer does not remit the tax, the revenue authority loses all of the revenue, and that could be really significant. At a 30% rate, it's 30% of the sale price. If you correct some of the other errors, it could be 60 or 70 or 80%. If you adopted a model that was more like the one that the states have adopted, which is generally that food and medicine are exempt from tax, some other things are exempt from the tax, probably reflecting political reality, then there's an incentive to try to make things that are taxed look like they're not taxed.
Residents of New York have just days left to apply for a rebate that may offer a check of $1,400 or more. The deadline to apply for a change in the school tax relief or STAR exemption program is December 31st for New York State residents. The program offers a break on a portion of school property taxes or a rebate check for all eligible homeowners. There are 2 credit and exemption programs available, one without age restrictions and one for residents 65 and over. The Basic Star credit is available in New York for homeowners' property tax bills. This is a payment as opposed to the Star exemption, which offers assistance in paying school taxes. To qualify for the Basic Star credit, you must own property in New York State, that is your primary residence, and have a household income below $500,000 a year. To qualify for the Basic Star exemption, you must make less than $250,000 annually, along with the requirements. The Enhanced Star program is for New York State residents 65 and older, whose property is their primary residence. The income limit for this program in 2024 is $98,700. Those who qualify for the Enhanced Star might find that the tax exemption is a better option. Like the credit, it's only available for those aged 65 and over as of December 31st. At least one spouse or qualifying family member must be at least 65 years of age. One tax expert said, "These funds offer significant financial relief to homeowners in New York as they face stressful economic times and inflation." The average Basic Star rebate of $778 helps offset high property taxes, making homeownership more affordable and providing financial relief, especially important for those with limited incomes. Experts say these rebates are crucial in making owning a home in New York State more feasible. According to Newsweek, inflation for November stood at 3.1% across all goods, so Americans are still struggling to afford everyday basics like groceries, while also having to pay for their mortgages. By reducing the tax burden, the STAR program encourages home ownership, contributing to stable property values and community development. These rebates not only help individual homeowners, but also boost the local economy by increasing consumer spending power. New York is not the only state that offers extra rebates to their residents after the federal government ended its crisis-era stimulus checks. Last month, Alabama taxpayers saw $300 deposited into their bank accounts if they filed a state income tax return for 2021 on or before October 17, 2022. The state of Alabama spent a total of $393 million on these refunds, with the checks coming fully from a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. The payments are intended to help residents offset grocery taxes paid throughout the year. Also, the state of Arizona is giving $250 per person with dependents, with a limit of $750 for 3 dependents. For dependents over the age of 18, the payment is lowered to $100 each. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs had signed this plan into law as a component of the state's fiscal 2024 budget. Governor Hobbs said in a recent statement, "As someone who has occasionally relied on assistance to get by, I know that every penny counts." According to Arizona state projections, over 750,000 taxpayers will be eligible for the money. The state of Virginia also sent out payments to residents last month, as long as they had a tax liability in 2022. A tax liability is money owed to the state after deducting tax credits. Under the rebate program, single filers earned $200, while joint taxpayers received $400. So friends, do you agree with me that more states should be providing relief to their residents Please let me know in the comment section below. Well, my amazing and awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.